Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to the Hard Rock Stadium in beautiful Miami, Florida, the home of the Orange Bowl. Tonight, football! So, joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who will not only be able to speak about this particular situation, because I feel like he is synonymous with this entire city and certainly this football team, but not just this football team, the entire NFL and now college, because of his business acumen being so damn impressive. Billions and billions of dollars negotiated. Ladies and gentlemen, Drew Rosenhaus.
Great to be here. Sorry my hair's messed up. I had to jog through security to get here. The stadium's not open yet, so we pulled this off.
I had no idea if you were going to be able to. If anybody was, it would have been you because of our experience getting in here.
Listen.
I mean, us getting in here was damn near impossible. We were on the G1 track, okay? We were going around turn 4 twice.
Turn 4, took a couple hot laps.
And there's a barrier on the other side. You go from turn 4, now you're going into turn 5. Now you see turn 6, and then bang, shut you down. Do I want to go through the walk bridge to get to the other side where there might be a barrier, or do I not? Then we turned back around, then we couldn't get in, then we had to find an entrance. Shout out to the people here at Hard Rock Stadium making it happen, because I don't think they were expecting to have to let us in. They certainly did, and thank you for joining us.
I'm glad I still have hair, Pat. In this job, representing, it's tough, man. I've been doing this 36 years. So we just talked about, you're dealing with a lot of different personalities. Mm-hmm. And the three of you can relate. You've been on teams. And as an agent, you absorb a lot of chaos and help to try and create some order. But it is stressful.
Yeah, you're a solution finder. I think deal makers are that in business. All the best business people that I know are deal makers. Deal makers are able to look at one side and say, hey, is this worth it to you? And then to this person, this is the only thing holding this up. Can you make it happen? Deal makers are not everywhere. Deal makers are a talent. Deal makers are very slim to be at a very elite level. You're one of them. So let's talk about a couple of the situations happening with the Dolphins and with your people. You and Tyreek Hill, obviously.
Yep.
Okay, have a very deep relationship. You and the Miami Dolphins have a very deep relationship. Yep. When McDaniel says that type of thing, after hearing all the rumors about what was happening with Tyreek down here in Miami, whether he didn't feel appreciated or he felt like his career was wasting away or he was not as sick, but he's promoting a store, all these rumors that were hitting the internet about Tyreek, and then him not playing, then him saying, I'm out after the game. Where should we be viewing the entire situation at? You think, how should we be viewing the entire situation down here?
So let's back up to training camp. Tyreek's scrimmaging with the Washington Commanders, and he breaks his wrist. We have top wrist doctors saying to Tyreek, you need to get this operated on, you're going to miss the season. Tyreek says to me and the Dolphins, I'm not going to miss the season. I'm going to play. I want to be here for my team. The doctors all said it's going to be painful. It could impact your entire career. If you don't get it done now, you may not be able to fix it all the way. Tyreek said, hey, the heck with it. I'm a team guy. I'm going for it. This hampered him all year long. He deserves a lot of credit. Tyreek is very passionate. Anyone I've ever represented that was great was passionate. They cared. What you see with Tyreek is very genuine. He wants to win. It's not good enough for him not to make the playoffs. He's very passionate. I think at the end of the day, he's committed to this Dolphin football team. He had an excellent meeting with Chris Greer and Mike McDaniel. I believe that Tyreek is a great asset to the Dolphins, and I think he's the least guy that people should be worried about for this organization. They have many more worries. Tyreek Hill's not one of them. There are no rules. The ability to transfer is almost unlimited. Guys getting paid coming out of high school, I love it. I'm for the players.
Yeah, making money.
I love it.
But there has to be some sort of system.
Absolutely. In any system, we need structure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every other professional league
in anything
has rules.
Yeah.
We have a cap. We have a structure. We have a draft order. We have waivers. We have trade deadlines. This doesn't exist in college football, so it is very chaotic. But to get back to your question, a guy like Mason Graham, we started recruiting him as a freshman, and we were fortunate to sign him when his eligibility was up. But it doesn't always work out that way. We've signed some guys that we represented for NIL, and they went another direction with their agents when they got to the draft. it's kill or be killed. You know, we've got to earn our business every day.
Are you setting those up as the same type of contracts you would do for professional guys? Is that just kind of your model? Like, are you doing what Bill Belichick's doing at UNC, saying, hey, this is how it works in the NFL, this is how it would work with you? Or how do those kind of deals set up between you and the guy, the student human athlete out there?
Yeah, we are on a year-to-year basis, we are trying to get contracts for our clients with their colleges at the top of the market for them. We're using other players as examples. We're pushing hard.
So this rev share thing coming on April 8th, 2025 is good news for you think?
Yes.
Because you've had to battle within a salary cap and comps at positions, because I think some of these deals, if we're listening to how you're talking about it and how some people are chatting about it, like one running back will be making like, let's say $2.3 million. And then a very good running back is making a $400,000 because they don't know that is potentially taking place. Now there's going to be a market in comps and everything, right?
I love that.
So you feel good about that because now you get to showcase that
we need
I can get a little bit more than everybody else, right?
Absolutely. You know, it's huge that you guys played in the NFL for a long time. We can go on the NFLPA website at any moment and know what every player's making. When we negotiate contracts, it's predicated on comps, comparables, right? It would be very valuable to have that for NIL. And also, let's have transparency.
Yes.
Let's know what guys are getting paid, what the schools are working with. I think transparency is huge, and sharing information is a big deal.
Yeah, and also having legitimate contracts, too, because there's a lot of, I'm not saying your clients.
I'm with you.
But I'm saying there's a lot of
issues.
Yeah. A lot of, allegedly, you know, and there's like a lawsuit for what, 16 million or 10 million?
Oh, yeah.
It was.
Let's do it the right way, Pat. Let's have legit contracts. Let's know what everybody's making, and let's work for the players and the colleges and make it a good system for everyone.
Because college football is at an all-time high right now. So let's just continue to not save it, but curate it into what it can possibly become, which is an unstoppable wagon.
Yeah.
College football is a very untapped market with a lot of football fans. If you look at the differences in ratings, once again, what are those? We don't know. We're benefiting from them now. People are saying, oh, look, the ratings are up. But, like, who knows how those are even monitored at this stage of life. Congrats to everybody that is monitoring, though. We appreciate what you're doing. But NFL ratings, what they are, and college ratings, what they are. There is still a lot of people that love football that have yet to really dive into college ball for one reason or another. And with what it presents from an environment, an atmosphere, a buzz, a chaos.
Oh, man.
Anything can happen any week, legitimately. It's like college football is just, I know it's been huge for a long time. I'm not saying that is not the case, but I think it is in the middle of a massive, like, here we go. Got a heads up from the Miami Dolphins. It's the only stadium that actually grows their own grass.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, to grow their own grass. It's these greenskeepers and groundskeepers here that are mixing up the soil and the seeding and the watering and the sunning and the covering and the non-covering. And how about the 40 degrees hitting this grass? I wonder if that's a little bit of a worry
Could be.
for the groundskeepers. I don't think so. They are absolute pros. Zito just said he sent over more information that was sent to us. Stephen Ross bought a bunch of land about 80 miles north and created the South Florida Sod Farm. We control the whole process, the growing, the trucking it down, and then installing it at stadium and the Dolphins practice fields across the street. We change the field 8 to 10 times a year. He did this because we had so many events all year long, so it allows us to quality control the whole process and not depend on other people providing enough sod for the amount of events and things we got going on down here. It's nice to be home. Big time game here.
Yes,
Penn State and
huge.
Notre Dame are two massive fan bases, historical brands, battling it out with two teams that have fan bases that are desperate to get to a national championship. Are you kidding me? Penn State in a national championship? Notre Dame in a national championship? That sounds out of a good old days movie. And now we're here tonight. D-Bud, it's a big night down in Miami.
Huge night. You talk about the good old days. It's been a while since these two teams have been to a national championship, been on this type of big stage. So huge moment for both of these programs, both of these coaches, and obviously all these dynamic players that we'll get a chance to watch tonight.
A lot of people are bringing up James Franklin's stats.
Yep.
Well, that's different. I think they're a different team right now. I think he's a different guy. I think it's a different school. I've chit-chatted about it a few times on College Game Day, but I haven't really hammered it home as much. Penn State's all in, dude.
Yeah.
They are all in. And, anytime we talk about this, you see AQ get a little gleam in his eye. AQ gets a little jay. He's like, we are. He does that entire thing. They are. Whenever everybody was chit-chatting about Ohio State at the beginning of the season having a $20 million contract or whatever, it was like we thought maybe that was abnormal. You know, I think because we're in a very new world,
Yeah.
I think we thought that was a little bit different than maybe what was going on at some other places. And there was like, 7 to 8 places, it feels like. I don't know 100% the numbers because there might be people working in, shadows a little bit that came up out of nowhere that were spending a lot of money. But I'm just saying this year at the top, there was like 7 teams that like were spending more than most. And Penn State is certainly one of them. Penn State is all in. They are desperate for a national championship. And it's not just football. You look around at a lot of their teams. I think like you start doing this, the basketball team, the volleyball team just won another national championship. It's like Penn State
Wrestling,
is wrestling. They dominate. They don't even lose. Penn State is their athletic department is sick and not being talked about, I think, in like the Big Ten conversation. And they're going all in, Ty Schmidt.
Well, and you have to, because now with Oregon coming in too, and Ohio State and Michigan, like if you want to compete in the Big Ten, you have to do that. You really can't. Like, otherwise you're just going to be, I love them, but like a school like Iowa can't compete financially, and like they'll have a year every once in a while where like they're great, exactly, yeah, and
their guy.
A bunch of guys going, to the NFL or whatever, but it's going to be very difficult to compete for Big Ten championships and national championships when you don't have that massive influx of money behind you like those 4 programs at the top of the Big Ten do.
Isn't it crazy that your alumni is now a distinct advantage? People always say that your network after college is going to be something that is a benefit to getting a scholarship to a school. You're going to get obviously college educated, you're going to be able to do that, but then you're going to be able to network amongst alums and everything like that. Now your alumni is legit, for shoot, brother, like an actual advantage in some places. That offensive line is like, that's what we're talking about with AQ yesterday.
Exactly.
When it was like, hey, what's more important pretty much? Is it the dudes that are in there, which are obviously important, have to have the ability, or is it the and it feels like every time that guy breaks that offensive line huddle down, it's like, I think this is a nasty group of dogs right here. I think they are all in. They are bought in with themselves and in each other. And then Riley Leonard, the guy behind him, this dude put the team on his back last week against Georgia. Front flip at the end of this thing after already winning it, running everywhere. Only threw for like 90 yards or something like that, I think was the stat. But he made the throws whenever he had to, which we talked about. And that RPO thing where he has to hit somebody in the seam, he's been able to do that. Yeah. And Faison, he gets the ball in space just like the extension of the run game. He's got enough wiggle. He can create yak for him too. I really wonder, everybody talks about their power in the run game. I think Riley has showcased a much better throwing than I expected. I think in the whole world almost.
Yeah, and our source, Sis at Notre Dame, did tell us about the offensive line. Great bunch of dudes. Guys that you want to be around, guys that you want to hang out with. They like to have a good time. And they're not all about themselves, of course, as linemen. They're about the team.
That's for God.
They're about God.
They're about their country.
They're about their country.
And they're about Notre Dame football.
Boom. And that's it.
Remember, at the beginning of the year, the whole theme, the whole story going into Texas A&M week 1 was that those 5 guys had never played together because they lost Joe. They had 3 seniors last year who left, so this was like an offensive line at the beginning of the season that had a bunch of questions, and now they have gelled, and they are one of the best running football teams in the country.
Fun to watch. Obviously, that'll kick off the college football playoff semifinals tonight here at the Orange Bowl. Tomorrow, the Cotton Bowl, as Texas takes on the mighty Ohio State Buckeyes. How do the Buckeyes feel? Fans feel good?
Yeah, everybody's healthy. I feel like everyone feels pretty good, optimistic.
How do fans feel? How the Ohioans, brother, feel?
I think, you know what, I would imagine, I don't know for sure, but I would imagine there's a chunk of fans that the more they win, the more they might tighten up a little bit because now there's expectations. It's all about managing. I'm saying fans. Players know when you can control what is going on. I think you guys could relate. If I'm playing in a game and I have some control over it,
sure,
you're not really nervous or anything. But when you're people like us and you're watching from the outside and you're a fan, you really want them to win. I think that's when people start getting nervous, when they start thinking, okay, can we continue to play at such a high level? And I think the answer is yes.
I mean, that was the question going into the last game against Oregon that I had, and I picked Oregon, because they were undefeated. And
sure.
Their videos are sweet.
Yeah, Go Dogs, too.
Yeah. Go mascot, great mascot.
And Damn Green and everything like that.
Yeah.
What I didn't take into account for is, which I normally only think about, is the
that guy
in between the ears. Yeah, that guy is the only thing to really think about when it comes to the offense, because if you can handle him, which you can't, you can probably take care of the offense because he frees everything else up. But that loss to Michigan, man.
Yep.
And I think Coach Saban might have said it immediately upon it happening, or maybe he said it about Alabama having it happen early. Like a loss can really be the best thing that ever happens for a team in their mission in which they're trying to accomplish. Obviously need to be Michigan, but every team is trying to win a national championship. This team was a national championship or bust team going into the season. That was the conversation. Loss to Michigan made everybody think that it wasn't gonna the season's over. We've lost everything. But inside that building, it feels like that we got to be inside of, which is very nice.
So nice.
So many different flavors of Uncrustables. Tonight we'll be here at the Orange Bowl, and Obie the Orange has stopped by.
Obie!
Hey! Wow! Great work, Obie.
Baby Obie.
Energy. Obie, how do you feel about orange juice? Don't like it, right? No, we don't like orange juice.
Thumbs up.
We like orange juice.
Thumbs up. All right.
Okay.
So it's
Kill
not
your
like
dens.
it's not like an eat more chicken type thing with the cows.
Right.
Yeah, it's a little bit
So
different
you
animal.
just love pain.
Wants to be the only orange. Kind of selfish.
So my daughter, almost 2 years old, loves oranges. Got to peel it all the time. How come some of the peels are like good peeling ones?
Oh, yeah.
Where I can get like a big old piece.
Yeah.
And then some it's just like tearing away quickly. It's like when there's bad snow for snowballs and then good snow for snowballs. Why are these peels so different? You don't know.
No.
Your peel's the best, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Obie's got
Obie's a
peel.
goofball.
Obie, how old are you, Obie? Obie's been with the Orange Bowl since forever?
Oh, you've seen some good ball clubs.
Really? You've seen a lot. How do you feel about tonight's game? You think it's going to be a good game? Good game.
Obie loves the match.
A lot of score.
I do think I know how to do the orange thing. You have to roll them sometimes.
No, that's an egg.
Those are hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah, that's an egg.
What the hell are
I'm telling you.
talking about?
Clementine's, it works with Clementines.
Well, clementines are
Always.
easy to peel.
All right, okay. Anyways, maybe I will give it a go.
Who knows?
Hard-boiled eggs, it definitely helps as well. You should dive into
I
that.
don't like hard-boiled eggs.
Come on, get on a protein diet. You want to go on a protein diet. Obie, I guess, brought some food. Did you bring some food, Obie, for us? We appreciate
Obie
you
doesn't
doing
know.
that.
Hey.
Obie does this a lot.
Obie is confused.
Well, Obie's an orange.
Or like Opie.
Obie's Sodexo. Here we go. Sodexo Live. We can't take you.
Wow.
How you doing, John? How you doing, John? Oh, jeez Louise. Wow.
Take this one.
Hey, so John, Obie, can you let John slip by there, Obie? Sorry about it.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much. John, you're the executive chef
Correct.
for, can you get a little closer?
Sodexo Live, yep, absolutely. So for Sodexo Live, obviously we're doing the game today. Orange Bowl is a big game, playoffs. Let's see what happens.
So
know?
Sodexo is the company that provides the food for a lot of
Exactly.
NFL stadiums and college arenas.
Exactly, yes.
And they
correct.
happen to have Hard Rock Stadium, or are you contracted in by Orange Bowl?
No,
Thank you.
we're doing, we're contracted in for
Hard Rock
Stadium.
So you
correct.
guys do work with Hard Rock Stadium all season?
All season, yep. We do F1, we do Miami Open,
yeah.
we do...
How are the fans at
UM.
F1? Are
Yeah, how are the
F1
fans at F1?
different than football fans?
Their palate.
Do
They don't
eat.
eat.
Yeah, what's
They're
their
Goofballs.
Different crowd.
Yeah, so do you shape what you guys are serving on the menu by the crowds that are coming in? For instance,
Exactly.
is tonight similar to a Miami Dolphins home game?
Exactly, same thing.
Okay,
Correct,
when
yeah,
the F1 comes in, you got to make the stuff that tastes terrible, the European.
Caviar.
Duck orange.
Oh,
Yeah.
why you say it like
Tiny,
that?
like,
No,
tiny
no.
portions.
Stuff no one likes.
It's a different crowd, right? Obviously, a little bit more tedious and a little bit different small bites.
How many plates or meals do you think tonight you guys are going to have to serve? And how many do you have to serve for one Miami
would say-
Dolphins home game?
For a home game, definitely sold out.
Yeah, but
right?
how many meals is it in number? Like, how much are you cooking? Do you have like
ton.
pounds?
Pounds. I
2
couldn't tell you
million?
that exact amount, but
15,000 pounds.
Yeah, how many like bags of shrimp are you opening up on a daily basis?
2,000.
Boom.
2,000 pounds.
That was easy.
Exactly.
2,000 pounds of shrimp
Yeah.
How much beef?
How much
in
beef?
one game?
Yeah, of course.
2,000 pounds
that
of
much.
shrimp?
I mean,
For
not the last
60,000
home
people?
game.
Hey, that's a ton. That's a ton of
How-
shrimp.
How much
coming.
can you eat?
I would enjoy eating this thing right here. This looks amazing. Is every suite's getting one of these, or is this specially made here?
It's only for you guys, right?
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
And,
John.
and
What?
There's some suites that are getting that as well.
We appreciate
thank
you, man. How many people are on your team?
A lot. Around 1,000.
Damn.
Jeez Louise.
1,000?
Aaron? Yes, sir. That's a different Aaron than I've ever seen. Ahren. Aaron Beers.
Love it.
That's a great
That's a name.
What?
You got a great name, Aaron.
Is that a code name?
And a great goatee. Holy
CIA
shit.
probably.
All right, you guys are doing a great job. Hey, we appreciate you for bringing this out.
So Aaron's my right-hand man, right, as well,
Sous chef?
Shout out
Sous
to him.
chef.
Does he say
prepares-
yes, chef, no, chef?
He does, absolutely.
All the time.
He calls me all the time.
So, like, when you call him, you say, "What's up, chef?" Is that how it works?
What's up, chef? This is where we're at. This is what we're doing. Keep the place moving. Keep the building going.
Behind. A lot of that stuff. I love it. All right, we appreciate you guys. Thank you for the food. You certainly
Thank you,
enjoyed it.
guys. Thank you, guys.